Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Beast Quest Series 2. We're now on Book 5 and I've just finished it. Let's kick things off. I wanna say Arachnid starts off with, of course, where else? Tom and Eleanor have just beaten the last beast by Pero, and now they're moving on to the next one, which is Arachnid, the King of Spiders, who they don't know his name yet, but they know is based on a spider. So they head towards. Let me show my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, here's some stuff. So Tom and Eleanor are making their way to a town, and there's some stuff that gets in their way. Eleanor and Tom have a good chat about resting before heading off, because that's the thing. Tom wants to go and get this over with because he's so close to getting this quest done. There's only 2 beasts left by now. But Eleanor wants to rest because she's been through all this, all these. There's the other 10 beasts and all that. So, and just fought Vipera. So, Tom does eventually decide to put Eleanor first, which happens even later on. Yeah, Tom feels confident enough that he can take on 20 beasts, but that's more stuff based on the same thing. Oh, they go to an apple orchard on their travels, and eventually they come across a tree. One of the trees in the apple orchard has a T on it, which Tom assumes might be a reference to his father, Taladon the Swift. So maybe he's something around here. Who knows? There are these guys who show up. Well, not these guys, but they go up to these people, and that's where it turns out they're all celebrating. And there are these guys who are trade stealers, and they're saying, so we're celebrating King Hugo's birthday. So it so happens that when they go to this town, it's King Hugo's birthday when they reach there. You can hear motorcycles in the background probably, but so they get there and they are looking for what is it? They're looking for beds, mattresses. They want a good night's sleep. So this woman called Dorina shows up. Dorina, whatever, and she offers them a good bed. And then she later figures out that they're going to. She knows about the spider, and she figures out that she knows. She figures out what they know about, that they are involved and they're going after the spider. So she gives them directions to where she thinks the spider is in the mountains, but it's moved closer because there's a festival and it's trying to take people, and it also took away her friend Etta. So Tom is also going to rescue her. Okay, we'll come to this big scene with a mountain where Eleanor is scared of climbing a mountain, and Tom says, "You fought 10 we fought 10 beasts. I think you can manage the mountain." And he's the one who ends up slipping, not her. And of course, he uses the shield to save his fall, and he climbs back up. So there's that. With that said, they go up the mountain, and eventually they find their way to Arachnid's lair. But their pathway got crumbled, so the only way out, they have to find another way out here. They go down to Arachnid's lair. Arachnid jumps them, and they prepare for the fight. Arachnid's pretty smart here, as he's guarding the web instead of going straight for Tom. So he's actually smart. Eventually, this is interesting. Midway through the fight, Tom actually gets the gauntlets while he's fighting Arachnid, which changes the course of the battle and allows Tom to get the upper hand. And then he gets this idea of using the crystal, so he can there's this large, sharp crystal on the top of the ceiling, like those things like icicles do, and he's going to jam it and crush it down on the spider. Eventually he's having trouble doing that, so he decides to call help from Nanook. I think, somehow. Yeah, that's it. Nanook comes in and blinds the spider. Boom. So that, but even though the spider's blinded, it's still fighting. It's not like one of its eyes are blinded and it's still fighting. All 6 eyes are blinded and it's still fighting. And it's still going on with it. But then, Tom is able, since Arachnid is distracted, Tom is able to get his second wind free, while Eleanor frees Etta. No, Tom frees Etta, gives her to Eleanor, and Eleanor just frees Silver the Wolf from the webs, and then he tells them to all leave while he helps Nanook fight the beast. Tom goes to the giant to help finish his plan with the giant spear crystal, crushes it down on Arachnid, and as Arachnid gets squished in the sack, literally, he tries to get the crystal out, but it gets worse, it gets more pushed in as he tries to struggle, and eventually he dies. I think he dies of mortal wounds. Yeah, I'm going to say that he dies of mortal wounds, because it gets jammed in deeper and deeper until he finally collapses, and then it's a fatal blow. And he fades away into a bunch of tiny little spiders, and Arachnid is defeated. I almost said Malvel there. Well, he'll get to you, Malvel. But Arachnid is defeated, and but there's the mountain, of course, the caves collapse in, I'm guessing because of Arachnid thumping around the place. So they try and rescue Nanook, and with Wizard Adro shows up. He briefly broke free from Malvel's capture, and uses his magic to help free him from the rubble. But he does succeed in getting him out of there, but Malvel shows up, takes the wizard away, and we get no information on the next beast. But there is some progress there as Tom has freed Etta and all his friends, so that's Arachnid dealt with, and just one more beast to go. So, what do I think of Arachnid? I'm gonna say Arachnid is better than Zephyr. I would say it's better than Claw. And of course it continues on with Claw and the other one, I think it's Vipero, with the whole fact that most of it is like the third monster that I know that turns into a bunch of little things. So it's still coping with it. I also like the fact that this beast didn't wear the armor this time, it was like guarding it, which is a better improvement, because I don't understand how... I know I said this thing, if it's a little thing, it could wear the armor, but I'm glad it didn't for the sake of plots, and besides, he's in spiderwebs, he doesn't really need to hold it. Anyway, I'm gonna say it's better than... I said it's better than Zephyr, it's better than Claw, it's on par with Sultra, because Vipero was a bit blantish, probably even more blanter than Claw. I would say Vipero is on the level of Zephyr, but if that's the case, then this one, Arachnid, is on the same level as Sultra's good intentions. So I would put Sultra and Arachnid together in the tiebreaker right there. So we've only got one book left, and we'll see if let's see, get his name right. Trillion, that's what I'm going to say. Trillion can be any bigger of a threat. Until next time, guys. See ya.